Welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa Ann, and I have kind of a fun video to do today. We are going to be testing out the Beauty Blender versus the Morphe sponge. So there's a couple reasons why I wanted to try the Morphe one out. First of all, this one's 20, this one's 7. I have been moving to all Morphe brushes, and I am loving them. They're cheaper and they work a lot better than some of the more expensive ones. And the third reason is because this one is getting a lot of rave reviews on YouTube. So I wanted to try it out. So this one it's a different shape. So you can see it's kind of got like a V on one side and the point on one side, which this would be really great for like getting in the corners, carving out that line there. The Beauty Blender just is this shape here. So this one too is good for getting in here, maybe not as good for getting up here. This one I have repurchased so many times. I love the way it applies makeup. I have tried over and over every new foundation. I try different brushes, and then I always go back to this over my fingers, over other brushes. So we're gonna see if this one stands up to the Beauty Blender. So just like with the Beauty Blender, you want to get it wet. So I get them wet under the sink. And then I just take a paper towel and squeeze it out so they're not like dripping with water. So you can see how much they grow. So this is a Beauty Blender not dampened, and then I literally just lost the Beauty Blender. This is seriously my life today. Where's the Beauty Blender? Somehow it got behind the garbage can. All right, ladies, let me drop you down just a little here. Okay, so we were looking at the size. Okay, so you can see they double in size. This is the original. Here's them wet. So everything is going to be the same on my face. I'm just going to apply my foundation on one side with the Beauty Blender, one side with the Morphe blender. So I'm going to start out with my primer. Okay, speaking of a day, I just filmed this eye look. I'm not done yet because I needed to put on my foundation, so I thought I'd film this one. So I really wanted to try out that Morphe sponge. Give you guys kind of a first impression. Anyways, it seriously took me 30 minutes to figure out these shadows. So this is the Anastasia Prism palette. So be looking for that video because it's quite an ordeal. Rubbing my face like this, I just want to like go to bed. It's 9 a.m. Alright, now we're going to go in with face concealer. Let's get on with the show. So maybe I can go back to bed. And we'll spread that out with the Beauty Blender on this side. And I gotta get an up close mirror for this. This is what I'm dealing with today. Oh lordy. Alright, and we're gonna use the pointy side to blend it out on this side. About the same. I do need to go back in. Still have some fallout here. next we're going to go in with under eye concealer. You know what though, I've totally probably wiped off all my under eye moisturizer. And I want to be able to get a good idea of how, because there was a whole lot of fallout. Guys, I totally bounce back and forth from one topic to another. So, you know, that happens. Anyways, so I do want to get a good idea of how this Beauty Blender applies the concealer. So I want to make sure that my eyes are ready for that. I'm going to go in with the Hydrogel. This is the Pure Cosmetics Under Eye Primer, the Hydrogel Lift. I do that every day. And then I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Serum Concealer. This is a pretty standard one for me. I want to make sure everything is the same except the application process. So I can really tell if one is better than the other. So the other brush I got at Ulta yesterday, that is the Beauty Blender side, right? Was the Morphe M432. And it is, I'm going to try it for my eyebrows and my brow bone. Like if I want to carve out my brow bone. I may like the Beauty Blender for that one better, but this one is almost harder. This one is a lot squishier. Do you see? I don't know if you can see that. This one just squishy, and this one's more firm to squish. So it's taking me a lot longer. All right, then next we're going to go in with the Collab foundation. I did a first impression on this one. I'm really liking it, and I've been using it almost every day. I love that it has a shade light enough for me. I don't even feel like I'm that pale, but apparently I am. But I tried, I got like a sample from Stila, and I liked the foundation, but it was the number 2, okay? And there's like 20 colors or something, and it was too dark for me. I'm like, I am not that pasty, am I? All right, so Beauty Blender on this side. So I'm gonna do so what I think I'm going to do for this one is a little wear test throughout the day, which I might need to do a wear test for these eyeshadows too. Alright, so Morphe brush on this one. Yeah, I think the only thing I don't like about this is that it is firmer. So it's just harder to bounce it in. Because that's the whole reason of the Beauty Blender, is to kind of push that foundation in so you're not just spreading it around on your face. However, this side may look better. I mean, that'd be a good thing, right? $7 one looks better. I just really thought that Beauty Blender was going to look better. I have been setting it with the Urban Decay Velvetizer. This is really meant as a mix and medium, but I really like the way that it sets my powder or my foundation. So I'm going to use it how I want to. Just kind of gives it a flawless finish, which I have always struggled with getting with colored powders. I just don't feel like this makes my face look so powdery, which I feel like a lot of colored powders do, and I've tried a lot. And then I just got the Coty Airspun Under Eye. It's not under, it's a translucent powder. I ought to try that on my whole face because this whole jar here, let's take a look. Let's take a look, okay? By the way, half of this is packaging. This whole jar is $5 and this whole jar is $25. $30? Might be $30. Might be $34. I got that one for free with my points though. You know I'm not paying $35 for that powder. But free, I can handle that. Alright, so then we're just gonna, okay, this one smells like grandma. But I have tried it a couple times with different, like again, up against different under eye setting powders. And it actually holds up pretty good against them. Not as much creasing as some of the other ones. Alright, so that part is done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face and I will be back to show you the finished product. Alright ladies, I'm back with the finished look. Honestly, as of now, I think I like the Morphe side from the Morphe sponge better than the Beauty Blender sponge. So, maybe it being denser and not pushing in again is a good thing, but I'm going to check back later on a couple times in the day to see how it's looking throughout the day. So, I will see you guys a little later. Hey there, just checking in with this foundation. So it's about 3 o'clock, so about 5 hours since I put it on. So as you can see, both sides pretty much look the same. I'm almost tempted to say that this side looks a little better through here in where my bigger pores are. I feel like I can see more here, but I will check in with you guys before I take my makeup off tonight. Bye. Hi ladies, we are back for an updated review on the Beauty Blender versus the Morphe blender. All right, just gonna see. All right, so let's, I need to get a mirror. It's hard for me to see on there when I'm looking in here. So, what in the world? These kids, like I cannot stay clean throughout the day. I mean, I don't know that I see a difference. I mean, I think that the foundation looks like my skin on both sides. Right here, I just have more problem area anyway. Oh, gosh, I'm getting some dry nose. So, but I mean, I don't think there's a difference on how the foundation looks, honestly. So, we had the Beauty Blender and the Morphe blender. So if you don't want to spend as much money, go for the Morphe blender. It is $7 at Ulta, and if you spend $15, so you could pick up some eyeshadow brushes too, you get $3.50 off. So what a deal. It would end up being like $5.50 probably. The other thing about this one is it does have that flat end. So if you're wanting to like really sharpen out edges on the sides, that is really going to be helpful for you. This one does not have that edge. It does have like the fine point there, although this one does too. This one has got the bouncy end for applying foundation, but I just use the side to apply this one. And I didn't notice a difference all day. So, there you have it. If you still love your Beauty Blender, the Morphe's not any better, so you don't need to throw it away. But if you want to save money, go for the Morphe. Thank you guys for tuning in, and if you like this kind of video where we compare a more expensive product to a cheaper product, then like the video and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will talk to you later. Bye.